Okay, we should be live. I'm not sure though. You guys should probably just like text in the chat if we're actually live or not. Let me see. I'm gonna change some settings real quick. No freaking way they trust me with the green screen. Let me see here. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking. Hold on, let me change that. Let me see here. Alright, I hope we're up. Oh my gosh. Orientation is locked vertically, bro. What does that mean? Dang. Alright. Let's see. Dude, holy crap. I have no clue how to work this thing. This is like new age technology to me. Oh my god. How do you flip the screen? Oh, you can't flip the screen. Hold on, guys. We're having technical difficulties here. Here. Okay. So we're waiting for like 2 more people to get on, I'm pretty sure. And we're stuck in vertical until I can figure out how to change it to horizontal, which I'm not that good at it, so I'm not sure. But we're waiting. Hey, Cooper. Hey, buddy. Alright, we're gonna people in here. This is not good. This is not good at all. Let me see here. What is the chat looking like here? Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, this makes me look so retarded. Alright, well, as you can see, we got the Death Trooper helmet up here in the corner. We got BCM. We got a M16A2. We got the AVS and everything. We got some coffee right here. AirPods are charging so I can actually use them as a microphone. I think we're waiting for people to join right now. I think I sent the links the right way, but I'm not sure because I'm kind of retarded. But I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but there's a suppressed rifle I've been using a little bit, but that's about it. Nothing's behind the table. As you can see, I'm kind of horrible at doing this, and I didn't plan ahead like I should have, so you're gonna have to deal with me sitting here for like 5 minutes waiting for everybody else to join. What does that say? Yerpa Derpa. Oh, okay, that's him. Let me see. I'm gonna try to change some of the settings so I don't look like a retard even more, but... Okay, Gorilla, I see ya. I see ya. Alright, so... Okay. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, everybody. Somebody's here. Let me try to figure out how to get these guys on here so they can actually join and I won't look like a chud on here. Let me see. We're gonna go black for like a second. Retarded. I am still trying to get people on here and it's just not working. Let me see here. Yeah, guys, just bear with me. I know there's only like 5 people in here, but I'm gonna have to do some research on this because I guess my links aren't working. But I'm trying to look through it right now. We're gonna go dark here in a second for like maybe 2 minutes so I can try to figure out these links out of the YouTube app and actually get people on here because I'm sorry guys. I have not figured this out one bit. Okay, I am still trying to figure out how this works. I've tried to go through the email and that won't work, so I'm trying to get a link to actually be able to send to the guys to get them in here. And then once we get everybody in here, we can actually chill and not, you know, sit here acting like retards for like 30 minutes, but I'll try. So. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that fucking lag.
All right.
All right,
My audio good.
Wow. You got your contacts on. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Are we good?
Okay. Fuck.
Okay. I can hear a little bit, but it's like echoing.
Yeah, it's echoing. You got those things on?
I can't even. Do you have like 2 screens in the back end?
Yeah, I got yours and mine.
Yeah, it's like echoing through my mic, and I can't hear crap.
Fuck.
But
I mean, it's got.
I think it's working now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, I can try to adjust it though.
No, it's not bad. All right, yeah, this fucking. Let's see what we get into. I don't know if we're gonna get into Moggin or into rage baiting, or maybe some both. Some both.
I just
I
hear
just hear
like
like
a
a
constant
constant
like
like
fire
fire
alarm
alarm
chirping
chirping
my
like
ear
right
right
here
now.
right now.
It is
Hey,
It
acting
is
like
like
raiding
raiding
my
my
uh,
earlobes.
earlobes.
certain individuals they get
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Dude,
Dude,
oh shit, man.
shit.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
to
figure out
figure
the
out the
audio
audio
problems.
problems.
I can't
I
hear.
can't.
Now I can hear.
Is it me?
It might be because it's echoing through like 3 different mics and then it's coming back and hitting me, and then I can't hear. So yeah, guys, sorry if that kind of like hurt your ears just a little bit, but it's pretty loud. Of course, of course. Check the batteries in that thing. All right, let me see if I can't. Okay. Can I rotate it like this? Oh, hopefully that works. Okay, it worked. All right, I'm still waiting for JK to show up. If you got the link, I'll have to check the link real quick. I gotta make sure something. Dude, I can't even get another guest on. I can only have one guest on it, like a time, I guess.
Hey, can you
Unless
hear me?
it's. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. It's fucking.
It's not freaking out.
Ah shit. Oh yeah. I guess that having Bluetooth headphones fucking works.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to join because I can only fit one person on the stream right now.
Fuck.
I'm trying to override it, but I'm not sure.
No, YouTube's on gay shit. Anytime.
They're always on gay shit, gay timing, and everything else.
Yeah, how's your
Let me
fucking
see.
channel? How's your channel doing with well?
It's not going good. I already got a strike like yesterday, but I appealed to it, and it's gonna take them like a month to take it off. So.
Yeah, thank you Silicon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, great people. Or sorry, great AI. But yeah.
yeah.
I was gonna try to get another person on the stream. I'm still gonna try to get him on the stream if I can. But other than that, we'll probably just get right into it. I hope you have some talking points because I have nothing right now.
Oh, 100%. My one of the things that I wanted to talk about and dig into was getting into AR pistol owners, specifically people who call them ARPs. Uh, don't know why. Like that, it's just like it it kind of like is like a term that they use that white people kind of don't use almost. You know, I never really hear too many white people call them ARPs. They call them AR pistols. But it's like saying like it's like white people who say on phone. You don't hear white people saying that shit. Uh,
Yeah.
y'all probably don't know me, the people who are watching this, but I have Kanye West before he went to that rabbi's humor. Uh, so uh, but specifically like talking about like the people who essentially just magged up in the trash. and the culture behind like why they do it. I just think that overall it is utterly dog shit. Uh, these people essentially only want, and yes, I'm saying these people like I'm not fucking melanated, but also like I'm an American first before anything. Uh, but essentially, these melanated people are causing havoc with these AR pistols. Uh, typically, they're straw purchased or stolen. No firearms training whatsoever. Uh, rap music's definitely a part of the problem, but it's not 100% the problem. It's the environment that these people are growing up around. I didn't grow up inside the best environment, but also like I didn't succumb to degeneracy and essentially let myself fall into thinking that I needed to go out and use an AR pistol uh, to basically commit crimes, or even like Glocks and like Glock switches. The first Glock that I ever got, well, first gun that I ever got was a Glock 26. Did I ever think that I needed to put a switch on the back of that bitch? Fuck no. But
Yeah.
initially, these people have the absolute most, like just straight up most dog shit builds ever made. Uh, then when you call them out, like for instance, like I'm in Hoffman Tactical Super Safety page. Uh, they'll try and call it out that majority of these people are hopping inside of these pages with short ARs, which Eugene Stoner never invented the AR to go down past 10.5 inches. Crazy, crazy, right?
Hmm.
Uh, but essentially, when these people are building their guns, the only thing that they want is a fast gun, and that is literally it.
To shred the quote unquote ops, right?
Yes, but with super safeties, no optics, no brace or stock, you're kind of going into the realm of basically dome capping an innocent child, and it happens all the time. Uh, and I'm tired of seeing all these builds get put up. Essentially, one of the things that I wanted to do for YouTube is kind of drive kids away from unsafe gun habits, like making music videos with them pointing a gun at a camera. Like, do you intend to destroy the camera? No. So why are you pointing guns at a camera? It
Yeah.
it blows my mind that these kids want to grow up and they want to be rappers, but they don't have the 4 firearm safety rules that go through their fucking mind. They don't keep their fingers off the trigger until they're ready to shoot. They don't know what's behind their target. They don't know the distance for their target. Uh, they essentially just don't care as long as they have a fast gun and they look cool and they have the aesthetics of wanting to grow up and live that lifestyle. And like I've told you before, I've talked to you before about my upbringing, and essentially my dad, he went to prison, uh, didn't have the best life. He ended up joining a gang, and when he was in prison, he realized that these people are essentially not the best people in the world. He's not the best father. Yes, stereotypical. I also didn't really grow up with my father like that, but I didn't let that hold me back like a majority of these people are doing inside their lives. And he said when he got out, don't be like the rest of these other ignorant hard R's. Like because
Yeah.
he understood that if I ended up letting myself come down to that, I would have ended up like him. And there was a certain point after my grandfather died where he turned around and he was getting ready to get out of prison, and I started replicating some of the same things that he was doing. I was getting in a lot of trouble, and essentially, eventually, when he ended up getting out, he kind of started to set me straight on the path of, hey man, like you need to probably should stop. He ended up getting his GED inside of prison. Everybody clowned on him for wanting to get his GED, but at least he did something aside from what the rest of the other hard R's essentially are doing nowadays. They go to prison, instantly they want to go back out to the street. They can't legally purchase a firearm. So at that point, maybe you should probably sit the fuck down. So what do? They get their baby mama, go get them 7.5 inch or a Draco or a Glock, and then instantly it's straight back to not even just one felony, a 10-year felony right off the bat. They want to sit there, they want to throw a super safety inside of it, go Swiss cheese somebody, or they want to get a Glock switch. And when you call these people out, like for instance, like I got into an argument with this was like a while ago. Uh, it was with Intac, and I was mogging him. You probably know who Intac is.
Yeah.
I was mogging
Everybody does
him.
at this point.
Yeah, I was mogging him on because I was watching Focus Trip's live stream, and essentially, like when you call him out for, like for instance, I know how to get these.
Yeah.
I know how to get NFA items.
Yes.
He he could not describe anything about the whole process behind a tax stamp or even filing for a tax stamp when I called him out. Like, granted, like I don't think that tax stamps are necessary, but also at the same time, like he's a violent person. They
Yeah.
normally are. He's a
Yeah.
violent person. He owns a short-barreled fucking, basically, essentially an illegal SBR. Do I think that it should be illegal? No. But like when you call like the stereotypes out, like, hey, like you're literally doing the same thing. Oh man, oh Nick, you racist, man. Oh, you hating. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, you hating. Oh, white man done got inside your mind. And it's like, bro, like I'm telling you, you're probably gonna end up on a fucking. You're gonna end up on an ATF watch list.
Yeah. If he isn't
Like,
already.
yeah,
But
like all
yeah.
the violent stuff that he says about white people when they call out his crap builds, like. It's like they're telling you, hey, dude, you probably shouldn't post this. We don't care if you have it. You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't post it. Oh, y'all racist. Y'all just hating on the new man. Oh, y'all just hating. And then like when I was mogging him, like saying like I was, because I was kind of going a little extra deep on him. Pause. But I,
No diddy. No diddy.
but yeah, no diddy. But I sat there and I went in on him essentially. And I started talking about like his baby mama and stuff, like saying like joking, like saying I was gonna crack a snow bunny. This goofy ass hard. I'm not gonna say the word, but hard R. I'm an American, so I don't. If a white dude came up to me and said it, I just laugh at him. I don't care. But this goofy hard R, because I know how some melanated people feel about it. He tried to put me down as a pedophile, say that I was gonna go inside of his house and basically rape his BM in front of him. I'm like, dude, you live on the other side of the country for me. For me to get a plane ticket on a working man's paycheck to go over to where you live, I mean, he doesn't understand anything about operational security, OPSEC, or anything like that. So he lets all of his business out like they typically do. They're always posting up in locations that are visible. Uh, they don't know anything about keeping their digital footprint low to a certain extent to where people aren't able to find them. And I'm like, dude, for me to come to Las Vegas and do said activities on a working man's paycheck, that's kind of fucking retarded.
That's out of there. Like he tried the same thing with Vintage. Whenever you
Hmm.
tried to like argue with him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna come up in here and kill my family and stuff like that." And he's just he's a character, a very big
Hmm.
character. But
And with specifically black people, I'm part of the 1% of the 13. The 1%,
yeah,
the other 12%, they are essentially, granted, like yes, I have my moments where I do go out of control. And I'm not gonna say that I chimp out, but there's like moments where like it's like okay, like valid chimping out, like, but I don't do it to basically everybody and have to basically use like my like because I have a low following and he talks about oh you don't have any followers. Okay, but are you monetized? So
yeah,
it's like dude, you're not monetized because I checked your analytics because it's easy to find out. You get disliked. You get disliked bombed on every video. But he chimps out on literally everybody and then wonders why nobody likes him.
Yeah, or takes
And
him seriously or anything else.
and it's all of them. They all do this shit. And the only people who support them are literally other people who have the same mentality, and either they basically hate you. They want to see your downfall. Because I understand as a black man, a lot of black people, they hate black people. You don't see the same thing with white people. You don't see the same thing with the Hispanic community. You don't see the same thing with Asians. You only see this with black people. A black person could be doing better than you, and all they want to do is just hate on you, try to figure out where you live, either try and screw your BM. Like, granted, like it happens in small amounts in other races, but overall, they're all like majority of the 12%. They're violent. I mean, they listen to is like I listen to rap music, but all that they listen to is rap. So you gotta start thinking like that starts playing. It's just like a dude who watches porn all damn day.
Yeah.
Eventually, he's gonna succumb to his lust, and then he's gonna turn around and he's gonna go screw somebody. If you listen to rap music and you only listen to rap music, like what I listen back in my teen days. I used to listen to a lot of metal. I have a buddy, he's in the army too. Uh, I got out back in 22, but the first concert I ever went to was you probably don't know the band was the Parkway Drive concert, and yeah, this was when I was 16. First concert I ever went to was a metal concert. Saw Breaking Benjamin play. Uh, Love Breaking Benjamin. Uh, Forgot who else played because I mean I was 16-year-old and I got drunk right beforehand. But yeah, like if all you listen to is basically the same thing over and over again, just like what I said with corn, you're gonna end up succumbing to that. So all these kids that are turning around and listening to rap music, what they want to go do? You don't see
Shoot stuff up, kill people, everything else. Exactly.
you don't see people listen to Katy Perry want to go do drive-bys.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, and that's one of the key things with the gun slop on shorts. Like, all you see is all these SBRs, and what do you typically hear right behind them? Not even SBRs, just well, you already know what I'm talking about. Just the
Got
shorter
that
barrel.
ARP, man. Got that FOT and the ARP, man. They always say that, and they're always pushed, which is weird. How they're always pushed to the top of the algorithm.
Let me try and find it. But am I taking? Yeah, essentially, I own these nice things called that boy got the sh- got the stick.
Be careful now.
But I have a nice set of Walkers Pros. Crazy, crazy. And then they wonder why they got tinnitus. Uh, they wonder why they can't hear. Uh, and of course, all the only thing that matters when they go shooting is, oh, I got fireball. I got the fireball
Yeah, you
flying
got
out
that
there.
cookie cutter muzzle brake on there. That's all you have. It's got to be the cookie cutter every single time.
Yeah, but I'm not going to hog up all the time. Essentially, what do you think about all of these shorts? Because I've been going on, and I'm not like freaking intact, where I'm just going to keep going and keep interrupting you. What do you think, essentially, for like the short community, especially like the short melanated community? What do you think that like basically changes that need to happen to get away from this just basically just slop that's just getting pushed, and especially just getting pushed on kids because that's all that they see.
I think ultimately it needs to be redone. There needs to be some cleansing. And then also, I do believe we need to have a couple more melanated people in a, more of a leadership type of role, essentially for their firearms community, because blacks don't really tend to listen to whites in the firearms community. It goes vice
Right.
versa. And
Hmm.
I think if we had more connection between that little barrier, and you actually started pushing like reasonable content, not, I'm gonna go switch this guy down with my FRT, Draco or whatever. If you don't do that and you actually focus on real life stuff, tips, tricks, even if you get hated on for it, it's gonna change it in a big way, and it's gonna change it in a good way. And the thing is like it's almost like CIA op type stuff. Like spooky stuff because like you see all this stuff being pushed and you got to wonder why it's always at the top of the algorithm. I get engagement. People want to see stuff, go full auto. But at the end of the day, it's like almost a psyop almost that whatever they're doing with the algorithm that they're pushing this degenerate content onto people. It's the same thing like you said with like porn and stuff. If it's like on Instagram, I mean, the same as I do on Instagram, or if it's TikTok, you'll scroll every once in a while and you'll get like an OnlyFans ad or like, a sponsor.
Uh-huh.
She's like trying to push her OnlyFans. I think that's the same thing with this YouTube stuff, is that they're pushing this degenerate retard, either if it's, white crackheads or blacks that are in that 13%, it's they're pushing that and they're pushing it to the top so people can like essentially just degrade themselves even more, which is sad, but that's my take on it. I think we just need more stronger voices in that side of the community to kind of like pull people together, which obviously Grantham isn't going to do it and Brandon Herrera is not going to do it and Focus Strip might do it, but he only does it to people, like me and you. But that's about it, like for my rant on it. But
Yeah, I essentially just I'm gonna get off of this topic here soon, but overall conclusion for this, the reason why I wanted to get into YouTube was I don't really want to do it for the money. Eventually, if I do it for the money, then it's not going to be like my full-time job. But I want to essentially basically teach the younger generation to get away from hey, I gotta go hate on another black man and go kill him. Because at the end of the day, let's say like the DOJ turns around and they're like, okay, we're now taking away FRTs. Then they're going door to door like what they did back inside of 20 back under Biden, where they're
yeah,
turning
with
around
the
and going
brace
after
stuff.
wide open. Yep, they're going after
Yeah,
wide open triggers. They're going after braces. Like they're basically taking everything up under the sun. Look at Virginia. I don't live too far from Virginia. They're actively turning around and trying to kick out everything under the sun. And it's not because of law-abiding citizens. It's specifically not because of white people. The majority of the time, it's because of cities like Richmond, places like DC. Like it's all because of the crime that's going on there, and 60% of it is done by 13. Well, not
hmm
even 13. It's done by 12. You have your 1% who is like, hey, like let me get away from this, and then they magically end up inside of the same. They end up inside the same area, so they're trapped. But that's essentially what I want to do for YouTube is try to teach everybody, not just black people, but I want to basically have like a sit down talk with black people and say, hey, like like rap music, like entertainment, like WWE, you shouldn't utilize it as a method to basically go out and just bump every single day. Listen to something else. Bump every single day. You want to live like that rapper, and then you turn around and then now you're getting into drugs, you're straw purchasing. Y'all can't even get NFA items. When you ask them why do they want fast gun versus NFA items? Oh man, oh I ain't trying to have a digital footprint. But you got like 13,000 shorts on your YouTube video of you literally mag dumping into trash at the
yeah.
same place on train tracks. So they already know that you have guns. Why can't you get can? Why can't you get into SBR? Oh man, and then it's just the cycle just keeps repeating. But yeah, that's essentially my thought process behind what I wanted to do and get into, and just work with other YouTubers who have the same mindset like me to push this degeneracy out of the gun space, essentially.
So that being said, Ezra Frazier said, "What about Coleon Wire? What do you think about
He
him?"
is, yes, he's a lawyer, but also at the same time, like he he pushes slop. Majority of the time, essentially, all that he wants to do is just shoot. Yes, he'll take up your case, but also at the same time, like he's pushing slop. He's pushing like short scars. Like like I really needed to see that. I need problems solved in real time that you're actively working on. I don't need you to turn around. Oh, here's this video, and then turn around and just keep complaining. Like, I need you to be a part of the change. Like, yes, Colion Noir, like you've had YouTube for basically almost like going on almost 20 years now. But at the same time, like he is he's pushing a lot of slop within recent times and oh, buy my merch. Here's my
Yeah.
merch.
It doesn't help
And
that
it's
he's also the biggest shill to FN like possible.
yes,
He is FN shill. That's what it is.
yes.
So
Oh, I love this gun. Too bad I can't throw this can on this short scar. I'm like, dude, you got enough money to where you could void that warranty, and they probably still would take
it's
it.
just don't be a bitch to a company. Like it's
hmm
that easy. But he's going to
hmm
continue to do it, and I mean, yeah, he's really good for legal advice sometimes, but like I said, he's been doing this for years, and Focus Strip kind of touched up on it. It's just like it is slop, and he pushes FN so hard. I've shot a
hmm
509. I don't know if you've had any time on like their pistols or anything.
I've
509s
shot
are
I've shot a
cool.
scar, but not their pistols, but
Their pistols are cool. They're basically Sig M8 M18 or a 320, essentially for the 509T. They got the same build,
grenades.
but yeah, but the thing is like they're nothing special really. They're just a generic, Glock, essentially competitor. But
hmm
other than that, him pushing the Scar, yeah, the Scar is very cool, but at the same time, who's going to be able to afford one, for actual hard use? Probably dudes that are on these, you like we know people that have scars. So it's just like
hmm
it's that easy, but I'm trying to outfit a flippin' 45-year-old rifle and I'm having trouble and then like these scars have no parts for them. They do have parts for them, but you're not going to sit there and buy $1,000 bolt for it, to repeatedly put in it. So I'm going on a tangent, but I'm just
Me
mad
too.
at FN. Yeah,
I have ADHD, so
we're in the same boat.
yeah. But you want to move on to basically like our problems with just the gear, like just gear in general, and basically just the lifestyle of what it means to actually be a prepared civilian. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, so I wanna see your take and your experience, especially with that
Okay.
Daewoo that you've been working on. Because I mean I've had the same issues with basically the T91 that I'm also building out too.
I'll kind of probably just like get into the gear part, then go to the rifle part about like I'm gonna skim over the rifle part because you can get lost
hmm
in that really easily. I'll allow you to
Yeah.
go right into it, but gear, we'll go to rifle, and then just the problems that we're having in the community. But as far as gear, when I started out, I went straight to the AR 500 plates and the Condor like plate carrier and stuff like that, and that's been 10 years ago at least. And that's one of the first mistakes I see everybody make is the second they get into it, they get coyote tan for some reason. Just
Yep.
I have a autistic thing about coyote tan. But they'll get into coyote tan or whatever it is. They'll see Grantham running something, so they'll try to replicate it with only like $200. And the second they do that, you already have played yourself for years. And what people don't know about that is when you spend that money, if you're a teenager getting into guns, or if you're an older dude getting into guns, and you spend that $300 to get into your first plate carrier or something, you're stuck with that for a while, and it becomes a learning experience that it is so infuriating whenever you're like, okay, I have it built out, and then you post it to Reddit, and they're gonna
hmm
clown your ass for it, rightfully so. And then you're gonna spend that, and you're gonna get something a little bit better, but you don't want to waste it on the cry or stuff like that, Spiritus and everything else. That's another problem. So you get stuck in that loop. And I legitimately, when I'm doing my stuff for my channel from now on, after all the fun builds and everything, it's gonna be just telling people literally buy once, cry once. This is what you need to run. This is the cheapest you can go without being a Chinesium cheap.
hmm
And they're like, well, my condors held up perfectly fine. Well, you're also 300 pounds, and I haven't even seen you run a drill where you actually train under stress, and you stress your gear out. Which I see them load up 3 mags, put it in their kit, and they're like, okay, you
Good to
need at least
go.
14.
Yeah.
14. If
Tell
you don't have, it's infuriating.
Tell
But yeah,
people what you did the other day. Basically, which is real training. Which if shit does hit the fan, majority of the time people are actually going to do. Tell people what exactly you did the other day.
okay. So I'm. You already know who inspired me. He's sitting right here next to me. But I eventually got out and I essentially ran a mile in my kit. It did not go too well. It was like 13 minutes for the whole mile in kit, which is horrendous. But got that done and then hiked a mile back up to my range. Ended up doing like two or three 20-meter drills, just rifle to pistol transitions. And then I started out with the Pat Mac type drills where, you would run down to the target, run all the way back and engage it. And then you go all the way down to the target, all the way back to your engagement point. Then you engage it again and do like a two-shot group. See how you are in the A zone hitbox in the chest. And for people that don't train past, LARPing, I say LARPing, it's a buzzword, but I mean, I'm a LARPer. But for people that don't train even dry firing, you're going to die. I don't care what kind of God complex you have. If you don't train and you actually don't stress yourself out during training to see what your limits are and you can push past those limits and improve on it, just shut your mouth. You have no dog in this fight at this point. So that's what I think about it.
And you
So
did more than what the rest of the other like 98% of the community does. Because yes, there's a lot of flat range shooting. I haven't done it in a while, but I still have. Don't roast me. I have an Agilite plate carrier, but I'm running RMA plates inside of it. Oh, you know who makes that? You know who makes that? Yeah, Yahoo. Yeah, Yahoo. Don't come
yeah,
get me. But
he's gonna
yeah,
slime us
Yahoo
out,
don't.
dude.
Yeah, but I still run, and the farthest that I've ran with that plate carrier on with mags has been 3 miles, trying to replicate me evading from a foreign or domestic force in Minecraft. Uh,
Yeah, in
that
Minecraft.
I that I essentially have to get away from, because people think that, oh, shit hitting the fan. You know, I'm constantly going to be inside of battle. I'm going to be in battle rattle all the time. I'm going to be constantly getting into gunfights. No, you're going to die. Like, you're constantly depleting your ammo, and I know that a lot of dudes essentially only have bare minimum, probably 1,000 rounds to go to the
Yeah.
range, and then they stock back up, and then they keep going down. I'm rocking at least right now I'm sitting on 10,000 rounds. Once I get down into the 8,000 range, I'm like, okay, I need to get another 1,000 and then turn around, wait 2 weeks till I get another paycheck, and then slowly keep incrementally building back up. So I'm still getting my fucking range time in. I'm still getting my dry fire time, a lot of dry firing. So that way I just don't lose that trait and that skill. But also I'm still focusing primarily on my fitness.
And you still got stuff to fall back on if domestic or foreign enemies did attack. I will have to stop us right here for a second because hey Crane, I see you. All right, buddy. Hi. We didn't kiss yet. Okay, we haven't kissed yet, so you're gonna have to skip forward a little bit. But Agilite plate carrier, big Yahoo impressed. Yeah, yeah, that is big Yahoo energy. I don't
He's
know.
got
I
booty
love
hole
my.
cancer.
I don't care. I love my K0 fucking arm and plates. Got it feeling like a cinder block. So yeah,
Oh,
I've never ran Agilite products, so you have some input on that. I have no clue.
so the only thing about Agilite plate carriers, they do work. They're built because I mean that Israel's been fighting for 3,000 years. It was promised to them, but
Yeah,
yeah, but yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that Israel makes crap products, even though it's made in Vietnam. But the design behind them is actually pretty solid. The only problem that I ran into was when I was a little bigger, and mind you, I was 280, still running a 740 in a plate carrier, so that's an extra almost 20 some pounds, just slick plates. I was running the 740 in that plate carrier, like hauling ass. I've I've relatively been good at running for a majority of my life. If anybody doesn't believe me, I can literally post my times and show you that I was big and still running a 740 at the time. Uh, but I ended up slimming down, turned around, got past all of my injuries and stuff. And right now in a plate carrier, I'm running about like a 650 to a 7 inside of that plate carrier slick. Now when I get up into like basically turning around, and if I'm really pacing myself and I'm not trying to burn out real quick, I'll turn around.
Hmm.
I'll probably run maybe about like a solid, like a good, not breathing heavy, like set like 750. But that's literally me just chilling. Then when I start throwing on, then when I start throwing on like mags and stuff like that, I'm looking at about like roughly like 8 to 9 minutes. Uh, and that's realistically like if you're like if you have a ruck specifically, if you have a ruck and say like for instance like you need to evade something, you're going to want to have basically a good ruck time, which is going to be around. And I'm not like what you call it trench grenades. So like all my stuff is all the stuff that I'm saying doesn't really apply to everybody. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is the gospel. You have to listen to it. But
Yeah.
my experience inside of the army, the a good ruck time with a 35-pound ruck, you want to get at least bare minimum under 10. Under 10, that's a good ruck time, but you could always have like an 11, which is great, 12, good. But a 35-pound ruck, you want to have at least down under 10, which is you literally you working your ass off. Ruck runs, I used to do a lot of ruck runs back in the day. Uh, and even getting into like just running in kit, that is real training. You going to the flat range in a chest rig that only holds 3 mags, you're literally screwing yourself for if you actually need to engage targets. Well, engage threats in Minecraft. Uh, and all these dudes turning around and getting into the gun space, they need to primarily focus on getting getting understanding medical, like TCCC, tactical casualty care, and getting into understanding. Okay, I need to prioritize having an IFAC over building out this rifle. You don't have an IFAC on you, you get in a sucking chest wound, you're going to die.
You're
You
done.
don't have
Yeah.
somebody. You don't have somebody put that needle the inside of your chest. You're probably going to die. Put a chest seal on you. You're probably going to end up dying. Uh, and it amazes me. I'm going on a tangent, but it just amazes me how far people are willing to put their rifles above actually getting decent training in. And they'll turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, I got 200 rounds down the pipe inside of this BCM." But their brass deflector is it's clean.
Yeah.
The brass deflector's clean. The rifle doesn't have any scuffs on it, and they have the nicest gear in the world. Like I have an ACH. I have an AC.
Ezra Fraser, I got a T-Rex arms carrier valid. Got it before the crap went down. Okay, pause. The
Yeah.
ACH is good. If you get a placard for it, specifically not just T-Rex arms, you can get like HRT placards or Pharaoh placards or stuff. Those work perfectly fine. What I would recommend for the ACH is watch Lucas Botkin's original uh, budget night vision video. He has a
Uh-huh.
Mayflower Industries rig he puts over the top of his ACH, which allows him to carry like 11 plus mags. So I would say do
Uh-huh.
that with your ACH because if it's too heavy for you, start working out your back, start working out your thighs, everything else. Do a bunch of leg days, everything. That's where it's at. And if you can't make that commitment, sell your stuff and get a different hobby. Just get out of here. I mean, no offense, no offense. Like I'm not saying that to you, but like just buff up. And I'm sure you're buffed up enough. But um, chimp. I have a T Rex ACH 1.5. It's decent. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, old T Rex stuff is valid if you kit it out the right way. So
Like
continue.
I have actually let me I have one other I think it's pretty sure it's the ready rig before they ended up shutting like basically before Lucas ended up getting screwed over. But I'm able to slap on 10 mags on that thing. Plus, I have a war belt. Uh, and I'm able to still draw mags from that war belt, and then also have 10 additional mags that I ended up adding. Words. Uh, I ended up adding. Yeah, and mag pouches. I
Yeah.
ended up adding mag pouches onto the Molly, and I'm able to run extra mags past the six that I already, or the one, two, three, yeah, one, two, three, four. So what's that? Two times four, that's eight. Yeah, or retard math. Yeah,
Yeah.
retard math. Retarded infantryman, but ASVAB waiver. But,
Okay, trench grenade.
yeah, yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it. But yes, basically having all of that stuff on me, I'm still able to run decent setup. I'm not going out and buying the most expensive shit because I don't want it to break on me, and then I gotta start sourcing parts. I want to get something that is good and reliable, but also doesn't cost me like a fucking crazy fuck ton of money that I'm gonna turn around and then have to buy a crazy amount of money on parts. Now, rifle, you want your rifle to be decently built. You don't want it to be cheap. But like when it comes to like chest rigs and plate carriers, you don't exactly have to buy like. But you said buy once, cry once. But you don't exactly have to go over your budget. You need to get something that has been tested and actually reliable. That's not going to turn around and destroy your bank account. Because then you're just going to end up inside this constant loop of I need to keep up with this. I need to keep up with that.
I got one thing. So hold on, I got a dog in here. Give me a second.
Right, you're good, man.
All right, so essentially, I might have to put you on a spot here in just like 3 minutes because I think we might do kit reviews. So be prepared to
All
whip
right,
out
yeah,
that
no, that's
belt
fine.
kit and
No,
that
that's
plate
fine.
carrier. Give me just 1 second though. I gotta go get some. All right, we are back.
I got my eyes back upstairs, and I'm not gonna go piss off my wife, but always keep a tourniquet on me. Uh, but
4 mile bike ride every gym sesh, no matter what I do. That is good. That is really good.
yeah,
Make
currently
sure
I'm
you're
in
not
process.
eating like crap after the gym either. That helps.
Can you flip this around? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah,
yes,
it's at the very top.
yes. So still keep tourniquet on me. Like I said, I got my eye pack upstairs. I'm not gonna
Okay.
try and go scorch, and next thing you know, I'm being fucking yelled at.
Yeah, don't go up there.
But on the rucksack, posted ruck run on my video on my YouTube channel before. That was with 75 pounds inside of my pack. But this is essentially what I do run with my belt. The belt has my iPack on it, uh,
Hmm.
but I still keep a tourniquet inside of my chest rig with the other tourniquet that's inside of my iPack. Do I have the most
So
expensive shit? No.
that is a T-Rex Arms Ready rig, isn't it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I took off the mag pouches fucking after the range day because it had fucking sand built. Can you still hear me? Yeah, I took off the mag pouches and shit because I washed them. 'Cause they had fucking sand inside of them. This has been sitting out in the garage, but got all my mags sitting upstairs. Just made sure the shit was fucking cleaned out so I'm not shaking sand all over the place. But yeah, I don't have. What's up?
As far as do you have a combat belt kit built out right now?
I do not, but I'm also working on getting a Safari Land holster. Uh, but also for me, especially being a machine gunner, when I was inside of line unit, machine gunners typically don't have fucking run pistols. So majority of my mindset behind the armed civilian was me getting into basically doing what I was doing when I was inside the army, which was a machine gunner working 249, 240. And I created when I first started the YouTube channel was basically a Recce IAR, which was a 20-inch barrel. It was I ended up getting a ballistic advantage chrome line, ran the dog shit out of it, and also I still had my belt, my IFAC that was on me that I was running with that ready rig. And what was the Item Marine Corps TAPS rig that I was running, and I was able to run like upwards of fucking I think it was like 12 mags on that shit with also also adding whatchamacallit extra mag pouches onto it. So
That's
I
good.
was more I was more so worried about me having the shit that I needed, having enough rounds on me, and also prioritizing basically me having an IFAC so that way the if the dude who was essentially my AG who was basically spotting for me because I mean I don't have a belt fed weapon system. My AG who's basically going to be calling out shit for me to shoot. If I end up getting fucking dome capped or not dome capped, but at least shot and wounded, he's able to take my IFAC off the back of my fucking war belt and turn around and he's able to fucking start giving me aid, take off the tourniquet that's off there, or take off the tourniquet that I had inside of my ready rig or when I was running the TAPS rig. Uh, and don't have the most expensive night vision, but PPS 7, it does the job for me.
It does the
Uh,
job.
it does the job for me. I used to have a PPS 14, but it started to get blems, and I ended up selling it off. But essentially, for my mindset, yes, good high end gear is good, but I'm not running like some Timu knockoff shit that essentially going to start breaking down on me. If I have problems with that ready rig, it's easy for me to source parts. If I have problems with the war belt that I have, that it's basically just a generic army war belt. If I have a generic army war belt, I'm able to still source parts for it and not have essentially a problem with it. IFAC, the same situation. I'm not trying to go out of my means to go buy an IFAC and turn around or even like dip down into buying like Tacticon IFACs when they were still a business. Like,
Yeah.
like, like that tourniquet that I've had, both those tourniquets that I have, they have been with me the whole entire time from when I first got in the unit down inside of Fort Polk on the way up until right now. So I've had those tourniquets the whole entire time. One of them's still not cracked open, but that one I've still like me and my buddies have done tourniquet training. We'll sit there, we'll toss a tourniquet on each other. Got 7 seconds, fucking high and tight that shit. I'll try and get that shit on so that way we're not bleeding out if we get shot inside of a leg or inside of any of our other extremities. And I do think what you're doing with getting all the high end gear and stuff is good. But for at least for me, and this is my personal opinion, and this isn't for everybody else. At least for me, I'm not trying to be like Trench Grenade, where you gotta buy this, you gotta buy that. Everybody has their own way of life. As long as you're not going under and not buying the bare, like literally the bare minimum, like, and you're getting into what you call it, Condor, like Condor, for instance. You got
Yeah.
Condor, you best just pack it up, buddy.
You're cooked severely. I would just like I run like Cry and then like Blue Force gear and stuff. and that's actually like midsection range, for gear nowadays. Because like I have no clue what the new gen people are running, like as far as the new
Mhm.
Spiritus line of crap that they've been throwing out. But if I can find it, it's somewhere in here. Show the plate carriers in. But essentially, oh my god, I am running. Oh my gosh, dude, that is a Cry AVS swimmer cut. So swimmer cut
Mhm.
plates because I was kind of a big chungus. And HRT placard, rubber banded PTT also clipped in because I've had like 3 clips fail on me already, and I figured it out so far. Um, Also extra mags. I can fit up to 3 in here, so I want to at least get my defensive loadout to have more mags. I'm using a Baofeng UV5R with all that stuff on it, kitted into there. I do have a Cry Precision. If I can rotate it. I got a Spud pouch as well, which I just use like extra tourniquets and whatever I'm using. And then that is my Cry, whatever it is, the zip-on panel 2.0 for the AVS, and that's pretty much it. But that's like my plate carrier. And then give me 1 second. Ow, mother trucker. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh. And then as far as just the belt setup, tourniquet I've had for like 7 years, and yeah, it's an actual North American Rescue Cat one. I think this is Cridex, which okay, you're gonna hate on me for this, okay, but Cridex is it's basically what's that one company? Shoot, I forgot. S-Tac. It's basically a S-Tac clone. So S-Tac clone, Glock mag holders, double rifle mag holders because why not? I want to have more ammo. Some kind of admin pouch, some kind of S-Tac, I think, dump pouch, multi-tool pouch, and then a Safariland like 6390 or something like that for a Glock 17. And then a glove hanger, and then a Cridex retention leg strap holster, and then blue Force gear belt with that. That's basically it. And then the
Damn,
whole
dude, you
bucket
fucking
is
shitting on me.
nah, dude, nah.
But
I'm just like laying out my halfway ideal like kit. And then the bucket is not ballistic whatsoever. I haven't felt the need to justify 2K on an op score. So right
mhm.
now this is the $400 op score bump, like the airframe one that has all the holes in it. And then I'm running a Comtac. They're 5s, I think, because they have the single down lead. But Comtac 5s, random scrim, it's gonna survive. And then a just like a Cridex battery pack. I'm keeping Cridex in business essentially, but that's about it. Because that's my defense slash offense plated one, and then I'm in the process of building out my. You're gonna hate this, but I really love the Onward Research Recce rig with all my heart. I had a multicam Tropic one for like 3 years, and I used the crap out of it. So I'm building
I
out that
take the
full kit.
person out of the gear. I take the person out of the gear. That's just the person who owns the company. I take them out of the gear.
Well, yeah, you run some Agilite, don't you? There's some sneaky sniffers in there, isn't there? But yeah,
Yeah.
and then one of the things I wanted to also touch on was team, just somebody's team or their people they train with, whether it be one person or 5 people or 6 people. In my case, it's around 4 people generally, and I've kind of molded them over the years because I think if you're really versed in the guns, you should go into a setting where you can make friends at a range immediately. Check the background on everybody secretly, like everybody else does. Check their background, see if they're suitable for actually being trustworthy. Spend some time with them away from the range. Once you get into that range setting, start working over the fundamentals of everything. We're talking just range safety in general, because I've had some experiences with stuff touching me very fast and very hot. But like literally just get into a group, train, go over the fundamentals, be a leader to that group of people that are not really versed in it. And then I've kind of done that with them, and I built them up from essentially running mags in their pockets with, budget rifles to modded out rifles and, full on kit and also recce kit and everything else and like medical and everything. And that's just one of the things I wanted to touch on is that you need to, if you're one of those guys that are very high gear, high speed, whatever it is, LARPers, and you're really versed into it and you know what to do and you know what mistakes they can prevent other people from doing first so they don't entrap themselves. Do that, find those people, help them, and you're going to add more people to help you survive, whether it's domestic stuff in Minecraft or it's foreign stuff, which is also probably domestic people disguised as foreign people. But that's all I'm going to say about that one. But yeah.
See, for me and you, we have the same goal. It's just that we have our price ranges are just different. And like I have a wife, child, so I have other stuff that I have to allocate money towards. Uh, and but so at the end of the day, I'm not turning around. Like I said, I'm not buying Timu bullshit. I'm utilizing stuff that essentially is still gonna get the job done at the end of the day. Uh, Granted, is it the most high end stuff? No, but like I said, it's not dog shit. And you're buying stuff that is actually life saving and will protect you overall. Like for instance, like your contact, you're able to still hear. You're also able to communicate, especially if you hook up your Baofeng and you turn around and say like your other friends are running comms. You're able to talk to them even though it's not encrypted, but you're still able to
Yeah.
do shift and lift fires if you're engaging a target in Minecraft. And that's something that I do think that is really important. Uh, right now I'm one. I have Walker's Pros. I have the little radio thing for it, but
Does it
I yeah
equip in the bottom side
yeah
right
yeah
here? Okay, yeah.
yeah.
One of
It's
my
not it's
guys
not
on my team actually runs those.
hell yeah yeah. It's not
Yeah.
encrypted, but it's still the same thing. Does the job. At the end of the day, you can tell your buddies like, hey, like shift California, hey, shift New York. If you're running stuff like that, if you end up doing some engagements inside of your LARP server, and I still think that dude should getting into like eventually I am gonna build out my gear. I am gonna build out my gear more once I turn around and I actually basically at the not I wouldn't say the end of the year, but once I end up turning around and actually being able at a comfortable spot, I'm gonna keep building out my gear. But the way that I built out my gear was essentially the way that I would have ended up running it and when I was a machine gunner. Because I'm not running the most heaviest stuff ever because I'm already packing a shitload of ammo and I'm also turning around and I got a heavy ass gat. That 20 inch that I was running, it was kind of beefy, especially with that Midwest rail that I had on it.
Did you run the 15-inch quad rail?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I have experience with that one. Yes, it is heavy as crap,
Yeah, it
but
was a
it's
good heat
cool.
mitigator. It was a good heat
Yeah,
mitigator. Like it never got hot, but especially with the 10,000 rounds that I dumped through it, but it never got hot. But it was just a fucking beefy bitch to just literally just pick up, just move, and I was like, damn, like I think it's really good that I'm running less stuff for my kit, but still having the essentials like my IFAK and still running mags and prioritizing ammo. But damn, like I'm really glad that I'm also not plunking myself down with like added weight because ounces equal to pounds, pounds equal to pain. And if you turn around, if you have another couple hundred rounds off inside of your bag, like I have an assault pack. If I throw a couple extra hundred rounds off inside of that assault pack, yeah, I'm gonna start feeling that shit if I'm turning around,
yeah.
if I'm out on a patrol. And I was like, damn, like maybe I shouldn't prioritize like this and get into more so being able to aid my team in suppressive fire. And they could have all the fast go shit. I turn around and essentially I'm aiding and taking off their burden by also one because at that point if I'm running FRT on a 20 inch vibe check, you're
Yeah,
I'm
your
probably gonna
plates are
start
gone.
taking rounds. Yeah, I'm probably going to start taking rounds because I'm going to be at that point if, depending on the size of the element in LARP server or their capabilities, I'm going to be the most casualty producing weapon system at that point. So they're going to be like, hey, need to take out that fast gun that's up on that fucking hill 300 and some meters away. Uh, these other dudes that are moving, hey, they're basically not a threat at this fucking point. That dude is a fucking problem. So I want them to essentially turn around and have all this, like one of my buddies named, one of my buddies, he was in the Marines, training together before. Don't get as much training now. He's actually working over inside of, working out in DC, doing whatever he does. But essentially, he's got all fucking fast go shit. Uh, he's got 11.5 inch. He's running a can. He's running a Hushworks can. Uh, he I clowned on him. He had a whatchamacallit, a Hydra mount, and
Yeah.
I fucking clowned on him because he was trying to build Secret Service, basically Secret Service weapons, Secret Service weapon system that they have with their 11.5 inch, their SS build, and he was trying to turn around and replicate. Yeah, he's
Is
trying to
that
replicate the
the
same.
CAC build?
Yeah, yeah,
The CAC, yeah. Okay, yeah.
yeah. He was trying to replicate the same shit, and then I clowned on him for having fucking Hydra mount, and I'm like, dude, like,
The only acceptable riser is the Unity
yep,
EOTech mount riser. That's the only thing I'll take whatsoever. Or carry
yep.
handle mount. That's it. But other than that, you're asking just to get raped out in the field if I see you. I will just vibe check you just for the fun of it if you have a mount that's like an inch taller than it should be. That's my thinking on it, but
Get out of here! Get out of here, squiggly
yeah.
boy!
Whoa. He's gonna make us blow up.
Oh, he's from
You're
Iran.
from
We don't
Iraq?
like you either. Yeah, or Iraq. We don't like you either, buddy.
All I can say, bro, is just duck, bro. Just duck. I think we're already past the 60-minute mark, so it's fine. But just duck and cover, and risk 2 is the way. Quad rail supremacy. I'll take it. The risk is kind of good. The risk 2 is extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you kind of get bored of it. That's why I just don't run my Mark 18 anymore. It's somewhere over here on the floor. But
Dude, I
I
remember
just,
when running the dog shit out of that shit.
it's just like, you use it for a while. Like, I've used mine for like maybe 6 to 7K, 6, 7. But I get away from it, and I'll focus on something else, hyperfixate, and be retarded with something else, and then I always end up back at the quad rail, which is weird. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. It's like a canon event
Yes,
for everybody.
yes.
But
I went from a quad rail back to a M-lock rail at one point.
hey, he thumbs up, so at least he's not gonna bomb us. He actually put a thumbs up in the comments. All right, we're good. I love my Mark 18. I run my BCM more nowadays, though. Okay, hey, Ezra, is your BCM a 11.5 MCR rail, or is it a KMR rail? I need to know that information. I'm not a Fed, but I just need to know.
Tell me your exact location, sir.
Yeah, hide your dog, Ezra, please. But yeah, I took way too long setting this stream up. I was like a flippin' old person trying to figure this out. And then I stuck it
I
on
had
vertical
problems
so I
too.
couldn't turn it. Yeah. Okay, so like I hope Noble Frame is still watching because like I want to tell you I literally cannot get you on the stream because I can only put one person on the stream. So like until I figure something out, I'll get everybody on the stream. It's the Raider 16-inch. Couldn't decide between MCR or QRF. Okay, so now that you've told me it's the Raider, I can literally just I don't know how much the Raider is. 1 second. All right, come here, buddy. Come here. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take this down. Okay, so this is a BCM KMR, okay, Ezra? And what I've just made with a fraction of my power. And okay, that's great.
Yoink.
Yep. The big Yahoo got to me. All right. Hopefully you didn't see my
Don't worry.
nutsack.
Don't worry, your Iron Dome's not going to protect you now, buddy.
But yeah, here we are. What I just got with a fraction of my power is you take something cool. You put like 3 rail sections, then you have a Raider rail for half the price. So keep that in your bucket for a second. If you ever think that you just need to spend that like more money for that stupid, you might like the Raider rail. I hate it. I despise it. BCM really took L with that one. So if you really just want one, get an MCR and then just put 3 little Picatinny sections. That's what I did with this one, and it's worked just fine. So, oh, so it's a 13-inch. So you have a 16-inch upper with a 13-inch rail. Okay. All right, that figures. Yeah. Okay. Let me try to position this again where I won't accidentally expose my nutsack to like 4 people. All right,
Yeah,
we're
let's
good.
let's get off the gear topic and training aspect. Let's talk about them bad levers and Unity riser motherfuckers. Oh shit. Oh, Yahoo got him.
All right, I'm back. Okay. Sorry,
Yep.
I had a
Yeah,
call, so I had to intercept the call. But what'd you say?
I know you're good. I was about to say Yahoo got you. Let's
It was close.
but yeah, let's talk about these well, I mean, let's move. Well, I guess we are kind of like all over the place. Let's talk about these Unity Riser users and these whatchamacallit, bad lever people.
My whole deal with the bad lever, okay? I personally love the bad lever so much. I would legit like I literally have it on every single rifle I think I have in my armory. I know you might not like that, but like you look anywhere in my sanctuary, there is bad lever parts everywhere, or there's bad levers just sitting here. Because I got on the trend back in like 20. Yeah, okay, all right. I I got on the trend like in 2016, and essentially I bought my first bad lever, and I was like, "This is cool." Started getting faster with my reloads, and then I see like it was either Grantham or somebody was talking. No, it wasn't Grantham, but it was somebody, and they were saying, "Hey, you're gonna ND your rifle. You know, when you drop that bolt, you're gonna
Yes.
ND." I'm like, "You stupid effing retard! Like, if you have any competent level of training, I mean, like, if I use a regular bolt catch and I'm reloading and I'm coming up and I go like that, it would be the same thing if I ND'd that way. Like, it makes no sense. Either way, you're still using this finger to either control off the trigger or to control the bad lever. So, like, all together, these people that say, "Oh, you're gonna ND your rifle," I want to literally like Omni Man Red Rush, like crush your head. Okay, like that just sets me off. That's why I put that in the thumbnail because it just sets me off so hard. No diddy. But
Yeah, for me. Yeah, for
essentially,
oh my bad.
yeah. Go ahead.
For me, it's just the manual arms is different. I don't hate it. It's just the manual
Okay.
arms kind of fucks me up a little bit. Like, of course, I'm not a
Yeah.
fucking retard when it comes to like NDing, but the manual arms just fucks me up because I'm just like, I got my finger right here next to the trigger guard. I'm like, and then I still want to hit the bolt release. I'm like, it starts fucking me up when I'm hitting reloads, but I don't think that it's bad.
I think it's more of a preference. I have a couple friends that don't run them, and then I have like one other friend that actually runs it with me, and we're always faster than everybody else on reloads, and it's just because of bad lever. And the other thing
Uh,
is like the whole ND thing has still got me like boiling over here. It's like if you have any competent level of understanding of where your trigger finger is supposed to be with inside the trigger guard, you're fine. Your rifle is not going to go off by itself unless it's manufactured by SIG or your bolt carrier group's out of spec, which that did happen with one of my friend's buddies, which it's an insane story. I'll have to actually tell you like later off this live stream. Insane story. PSA actually either milled it out too much on his bolt face or something was wrong. and every single time he would slam it in from like a bolt catch, it would go off and it would send around. So like
Oh,
he
oh, we
immediately, I
got
don't know,
him.
I think he
We
still has
got
it.
him. We got him. Open bolt weapon
I think
system.
he
We
still
got
has it.
him.
Yes, I know, but still, it did turn into probably like a sub gun at first, but yeah, I'll have to see what he did with that because if he actually like didn't get rid of it, I'm gonna take it and actually see what happened and maybe sue PSA or something, which would be fun. But trigger discipline check mark. You are correct, Ezra. And I think our Iraqi friend left us and deleted all of his chats. I think
This is my safety, sir.
that's like literally like you have to take that mentality because people are so retarded. Like they automatically lose it, especially if you post it in Reddit and they see you have your safety to 10 off. Dear
Mm-hmm.
God, prepare to be crucified, dude. That's all I gotta tell you. But other than that, Unity risers, I'll let you talk here in like 30 seconds. I'm just going on a complete rant about this. Oh God, Unity
Actually, so what?
risers. I have this is the 1.93. I'm pretty sure. But I have a standard 512 on here right now. But if it's this riser and you're not like Jew knowing it over like Jew nosing it over the actual stock to like get up over the gas, not the gas but the charging handle. If you're like putting your nose over that to actually see through the optic, rethink your decisions. Go back to your actual rail mount. But like if you're using it for night vision, I actually had like no risers whatsoever. I bought this for night vision. My Peltors are turning off. But I bought this
Yeah, I
for
can
night
hear
vision
him.
use so I can use an EOTech or a Sig Romeo. Literally, used it that way for passive and all types of other aiming through night vision, which is EOTechs. Put it away in the safe, and then for one of the builds, I got it out, and it was like a short range of blackout. And I think that's the only way you should run them. That's my take on. That was autistic, but that's my take on risers or magnifiers. If you're going to magnify something to a riser, you need that riser to bump it up. But sorry, that went way off course.
Oh no, no, you're good, man.
It's off topic now, but I'm interested in why you don't like the Raider rail. Oh
It's gay.
God, dude. I, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's gay at the same time,
Bunny,
but
for no
that's literally
reason.
what it is. BCM has like cultivated people over the years with the KMR and the MCR. They're like, what if we made these things together and then charge like an extra $150 for it when you could just slap Picatinny rail sections on it? It's. I mean, if people would, I'm not saying anything against you, Ezra, but I have seen people that are like glazing the new Raider rail. I just think it's a whole. Yeah, yeah. It's Jew. That's all it is. Because like people are willing to eat that stuff up. I almost did, but then I figured out if you slap 3 little Magpul sections, you have a Raider rail. So that's just my thing on it. But
Think
yeah,
smarter, not harder.
yeah. Especially with your money, because that stuff dries up quick with guns and stuff.
So when I had a jackal, yeah, clown me all you want. I had two jackals. I know I had two jackals. From PSA. 10.5 actually was decent. The fasteners didn't walk off. Uh, but I used to run a Unity riser on the 10.5, and I actually enjoyed it a shitload. I had a older model of a 512 before I got the 2019 one with all the DLAM issues and all that shit. Uh, had a little bit of DLAM, but it really didn't bother me. But overall, like the Unity risers, especially when I had PVS 14, I'll squiggle the letters back. But dude, oh,
Whoa, wait. We haven't even covered this yet. We forgot about this. What do you think of first-person shooter FPS drones with fiber optics? I love them, and I have one that I train on every day. We have a lot of them in the Middle East now. The era of firearms is over. Well, Stern Trevin. Uh, I would just okay. I'm gonna let you go first because I gotta build my thing on this. So what do you think about that?
I mean, he's living
Anything?
a harder life. He's living a harder life than what we are, but I mean, hey, you gotta get away from them low hat motherfuckers. So
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't normally side with you, if we were IRL and I had bigger fish to fry. But, I kind of feel bad for you in a little bit. But, keep up what you're doing, whatever, in Minecraft. The other thing is
uh,
with FPVs, it's gay. It's very gay. It's literally just we have went full circle. It's insane. This is like it's sniping, but like magnified to like 3,000%, and you can basically commit war crimes without any backlash. Essentially, you can film it, you can edit it, you can post it to cool Slava Ukrainian music or whatever it is, and you'll get thousands of likes and everything else. But the thing is, with drones, um, if you find any drone operators, annihilate them in the worst ways possible. That's what me and my team have come to the conclusion of, and what we're planning for in Minecraft. Drone operators have no no ROE when it comes to drone operators.
they
So
aren't humans.
just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's just it is pathetic to kill another man through essentially a video game while you're sitting miles away from the front. So that's all I'm going to say about it. And also, dude, if you have shotguns over there, if you have Turkish shotguns imported from Turkey, um, start using them, dog. Because that stuff's gonna help you more than running around in circles and getting tired, and then them just playing with you until you die. So,
Buckshot, birdshot don't matter at that point. Just don't use a slug.
yep. Interesting. I got it on blimp sale, and it was actually the cheapest upper on BCM, and I like the rigidity of it. Plus, the heat management is great. Okay, I can see that because okay, yes, this guy might be working for BCM actually, but at the same time, I would agree with you on the rigidity of it. I can't really talk, but yeah, I mean it is literally like a solid whole chunk of metal at the front end, and it's still a BCM rail at heart in the middle. So I mean, run it until you bend it, or you just get tired of it, and then just get a different rail. I'm sure they're gonna have some kind of new space age rail within the next 10 years for it, but um, if you got it on sale, if you got it on sale and it was actually the cheapest upper on BCM, it's still a BCM. Go train with it, put your reps in, and use it. Don't let it sit in the closet. So I'm
It better get beat up.
gonna
That's
let you
all I
talk
gotta
now.
say. It better get beat up.
You better
If it's fucking pristine, you're a bitch.
ugh, grab my. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta unscrew something or unratchet something real quick.
Oh, trying to violate YouTube. I see.
Yep, I can't do it right now. They're gonna Jew me. They're gonna put me in timeout
Oh,
like a little goy.
oh, you're building and disassembling a
Oh!
thingy.
Yeah, dude. It's actually, I'm assembling a nuclear bomb, so I think they want to eradicate me now. But essentially, this right here, I'm gonna mark out all my stuff. But like this thing, it's got use. Do not baby your stuff, okay? Because when it comes down to it, if you baby your stuff, you're gonna baby your training, and it's not gonna go well. So, it's a tool, okay? You're not gonna like buy a work truck and then baby it, okay? Unless you're gay. But use your stuff. And hey, Ezra, I know you have me on DMs and stuff. Literally, once you train with it enough, I want to see those wear marks. I want to see you training with it. I want to see some uploads every once in a while when you get a chance to actually shoot with it. I want you to actually use it. And if you're using it right now, I don't work for BCM just like because they're from my home state. That's great, dude. And you're supporting a pretty good business. I mean, BCM isn't that bad compared to others. I have like half their products in here. And I think my favorite grip for a AR lower has to be the Mod 3 from BCM. That thing is like it's perfect for my chud fingers. But yeah, use your gear.
Shit, dude, I gotta get that 14.5. I had it because the handguard after I got it back from the gunsmith, and they ended up doing something to it, and I didn't know until after I took my EOTech off of it. Uh, that essentially the handguard was stripped at the screws to where it retains next to the barrel nut. Found out that
Yeah.
that was stripped. So basically, I had a free floating handguard at that point, a more free floating handguard at that point. Yeah, I gotta get that
My
shit
God.
fixed so I can actually start using it again. But
Well,
the
like, are
what
you?
were you
So
gonna say?
you've already chopped it, right? Or are you going to chop it?
Yeah, I already chopped it down to a 14.5 pin and
Okay.
weld. Uh, I forgot what muzzle device that I ended up getting. I mean, it's a flash hider, but it's on a Plan
Is it
B.
a Reardon?
Yeah,
It, it might be the Reardon mounts or something like that. One of them.
now that my friend was a drunk
Is it?
buy because I was like, okay, cool, my can's coming in. Let me get online and start buying Plan B mounts. So I just looked online and the first thing that popped up, I just bought it. But yeah, I'm rocking a
Is
Plan
it?
B
Is
on
it?
this OCL.
Is it? So it's over thread. So
Oh,
like
it's a
over
uh,
thread the
it's
muzzle.
a Bauer Precision Plan B mount. Yeah,
So it should have the threads on the outside of the muzzle, right?
yeah.
And it just slips on. Okay. I just I'm sorry, man. I have like I'm probably gonna put some like ratchet ones on there. Probably like the I know the Sandman cans are horrible. Okay,
Hmm.
from Dead Air, but like their ratchet system, if it's done right, it's almost as good as Surefire's. Which if I could Surefire a ratchet system, my OCL to like any of my guns, that would be insanely awesome. But they just don't make that stuff, and it makes me so mad. Um, it might be because it's patented and stuff like that, but I don't care. Like at that point, it's just I don't know how you feel about the Surefire lockup system, but I think it's pretty
I
awesome.
like I like their lockup system with like when I was running a Warden before I ended up getting that because my first can was a Surefire can. Uh, I got rid of it because it served me no purpose, and like frankly, like the can is just overhyped. Uh, Once I got rid of it, I was without a can for a little bit. The last gun that I ran it on was that 10, like I told you, that 10.5 a while ago. The 10.5 Jackal. That didn't have any problems with it. The reason why I got rid of it was because on the 14.5 that I had, it basically started causing the barrel to whip all sorts of crazy, and then the fasteners started walking out on that Jackal, and then when I turn around and I would try to send the bolt home, it started having a bunch of problems, and then I couldn't cycle it, and then I was like, dude, let me take this can off, see if it works. It would cycle, but then I would notice that the barrel would constantly keep going like this every time that I shot afterwards, and I was like, yeah, let me stop before I get an out of battery debt or something fucking crazy happens to me. So I ended up
Yeah,
getting
or
rid of
your
that
barrel just
Surefire
straight up
can.
falls out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
So
lockup system's not bad.
I just also I wanted to touch a little bit, just like a tiny bit, on your mentality when it comes to direct impingement or gas piston. So
All right,
give me your
so
opinion.
with DI, it's basically shitting where it eats. You can tune a good DI gun, yes, but me, especially when I used to own a Wasser, that was the first piston gun that I had. So I started saying, hey, like, why the hell is my AK like cleaner than my AR? And then I started thinking, I was like, oh, it's because it's DI versus piston. And
Yeah.
eventually I started moving into getting into other pistons, which was the Jackal. And I was like, oh, this is the bee's knees. Shot it unsuppressed, didn't really have any problems because the fasteners never walked out on it. And I was like, oh, this is the bee's knees, shoots smooth. Uh, but my thing is with DI, my 14.5 that I have right now, the pin and weld, is going to still be my main gun for parts reliability and being able to source things in the great server of Minecraft. Uh, but the Wolf A1 that I own, that is essentially going to be my, okay, I know that I can still use this. It's reliable, and I'm able to basically still put down range, rounds down range, and essentially not have problems other than parts reliability. Parts reliability for me, what I plan on doing with the Wolf A1 is buying another bolt. Uh, it takes the same, BCG. It takes the same bolt as a regular AR. So all I got to do is just basically I can slap it in there, or I can take the gas rings out of there and slap it inside the BCG, and it's going to work fine because it doesn't use gas rings because it's piston. But I like piston, the concept of piston, uh, but people don't run it enough for parts reliability and stuff. I like the concept of the piston because it runs cleaner. Uh, I've had very few malfunctions with piston guns. Uh, aside from Jackal, but DI, once you stop cleaning it, you stop worrying about weapons maintenance. Oh, you're hitting that forward assist like it's like you're trying to just get it to start singing for
Yeah.
you. Like,
The first time I got one of them really chalky, if you know what I mean. Like the bolt is just like
mhm.
straight up like chalk, and that's when I kind of realized like maybe it's not really the go if I'm like gonna be out here shooting people, shooting villagers in Minecraft. But like I started looking into AKs. I ran an AK for a while. Really cool system. I just don't really trust them that much as well. They're really great, but then like parts and ammo in these areas, especially the area I live in, you're essentially dealing with hillbillies and stuff that use 223s to hunt coyotes and armadillos. So I figured I would just go back to the 5.56 platform. Ended up running into ARs more. Used a BRN 416 for like half a month that somebody let me borrow, and then ended up got stuck on that kind of piston thing. And then that's whenever I started talking to you about the Taiwanese guns, and then got one, just the upper. I'm planning on eventually putting a lower on it and getting it FRG like you did. But now since I've stuck up with the freaking Daewoo, I have literally like I know there's 1,000 to 1,500 to drop into it now,
Finish that project
and
first. I think people rather see that than the T91.
yeah, I mean they're both the same way though. I mean like
Hmm.
as far as popular, but if I can get a super safety to work in that Daewoo, I think if I can get a trip for it, because I can just crude make something, just to get it in there. I think I've never seen one on full. I mean FRT mode, so I'd love to see it. If I can just buy an MCX trip, because I mean, like if you look at it on the inside, it's essentially a Sig MCX from like the gas piston back from the bolt. So it's essentially like an MCX. So I think I can put that trip in there and start getting it to work. No Diddy movements here, but essentially I think I can get it to work. But other than that, yeah, I'm like you said, I've started to shift more towards just piston for everything. Just 5.56, 7.62. I want to eventually get a Bren 2 on the channel as well, and I
Hmm.
hope to get it in 5.56. And then like VZ58s are cool. I've shot one of those for a while. Um, it's just nobody really supports that platform anymore, so everything like a rail is like $700. So it's just like I'm not doing it just to run a niche Czechoslovakian sporting rifle.
Should
So,
imagine getting something for an AK for from Zeneca.
you're looking at like 1,300 for a butt pad for a stock, dude. Uh, that's where I think like
But
these
yeah,
companies need to come in with these clones and just
hmm,
clone out stuff. They had whatever Zeneco's clone was. It was like a Belarus or something, and it was like Zeneco like clones. It was like $100 for like a kit, and it was like almost airsoft kit, but it would work with your actual AK. And then those things dried up. Nobody made any clones, and now we're stuck with these prices. And it's the same thing with literally everything else. So,
yeah, I would get back into AKs if 545 was available and we got away from now the post Baril.
mhm.
Fucking, I think that that is a good concept for an AK because it's 5.56, it's NATO, NATO round. Don't have to deal with all those commie issue rounds. So, I mean, round availability, it's more common. So you could throw that inside that barrel and go ahead and shoot. And it's piston. The only problem with the Brill is that the Brill costs you about like 3K to turn around and buy. So
Yeah.
you're looking at the staccato, one of the like basically a staccato for an AK. So it's
Yeah.
like insane amounts of money.
I thought
But I
about
just wish that.
continue.
Oh no, you're good, man.
I really thought like the barrels for a long time. Like I was like, those are so cool. Then I went to the B&T APCs. I want to get one of those with a Brin eventually. I think I can probably just like uh, use one from somebody for a while, and then I just really love like the. I'm sorry, but I can't really do the AK design. I've used AKMs, AK 103, AK 104, a 74 once, and then I used the VZ58 platform, which is essentially an SKS, so essentially like an
Hmm.
AK. People are gonna try to rate me if they're actually on here still, but essentially like that, and they're cool and all. You get brownie points on the gram and on YouTube for running them, but at the same time, just sticking to 5.56 oriented systems, more like an AR type of control pattern and everything else. But yeah, it's
Yeah, mainly
it's never
mainly the
ending.
only problem. Yeah, mainly the only problem with DI that I have is just tuning it to shoot suppress. I mean, just like your video that you posted with your Mark 18, especially running the damn Polo. Like, I feel you on eating gas. It sucks.
Yeah,
It really sucks,
it will
and
like
it. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, just
you're good,
just
you're good,
eating
you're good.
gas and just eating gas in general with an overgas system is just it's not a good time. Even if you're shooting semi-auto, you're not going FRT. Like, get that gun hot
It's
enough, get
good for
enough
one
gas to build
mag,
up inside there. Yep, yep, you're screwed. You're
and
gonna be
then
like,
you're
oh
done.
damn, oh
Yeah, and it's like it's got this most like putrid smell imaginable. It's like only a smell
hmm
you can describe it if you're actually there in the moment. And once it gets up through your nose, it gets into your eye. One mag through it, it feels like absolute like ball torture to get like another mag through there of like even semi-auto. It
hmm
hurts. But
dude.
I
I
will
just
say though, the Daewoo, if I get that thing suppressed and I eventually cut that barrel down before I get all the other stuff, I just hope it runs so good. I hope it does. If it runs even worse than an AR, I'm gonna scrap the project because I can't deal with that. If I'm running suppressed and it's like pocket sanding me in the face repeatedly, I'm I'm good. I'm totally good. But
I mean, I doubt it because you don't have like shit like a rearward facing charging handle. So I mean,
yeah, I I seen one thing on a thread where if you I don't have you shot a Daewoo before like at all?
oh hell no, 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 no. I've seen Koreans have them on rooftops.
Yeah, but well, like when you shoot them, there's no brass deflector besides the charging handle. But the way the ejector is pushed into the receiver, it comes out at like an angle. It's not built into the bolt; it's built into the bottom receiver. But it looks like a flathead screwdriver. It comes back,
It
kicks
comes
it. When
back,
it kicks it, it
kicks it, and when it
flings it like
kicks it, it
forward.
flings it like forward.
That just
That
rapes my
just
ear.
rapes my ear.
Shit, my bad, dude.
Oh,
Oh,
you're good.
you're good.
You're good.
You're
You're
good.
good.
You're good.
This is so retarded.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
it's going.
it's
It's
going.
going
It's
still.
going still.
All right, man. Shit. Uh, fucking headphones just died. My I'm not trying to cut the stream short. But we might have to schedule another stream, talk about something else. Yeah, because I'm fucking.
I'm fucking.
We're gonna have
We're
to
gonna have
plan
to
it
plan
out.
it out.
we'll set something up for Discord. Get something going for that so we can actually invite more people into it. And we'll turn around and talk about something else. But I'm not trying to have you just getting blasted with retard noise. Yeah. Chew. But all right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. It's good talking to you about a bunch of crazy shit. I didn't mean to fucking cut you off and get all. I guess Big Yahoo ain't want us talking no more, but. But all right, man. Hey, I changed my batteries. I still eat at KFC though. But all right, man. I'm gonna get off here. You have a blessed night, brother.
All right, guys. So, shoot. All right. So essentially, that about wraps up the first stream. We kind of got off to a very bad start as far as technical issues, but essentially, that's our first time ever doing a live stream. So that's basically how it ended out. We weren't prepared for this at all, but we still managed to pull through, and I think we did a pretty cool little stream. Even though if we did go on some autistic rants or something, but essentially, we'll try to schedule something, at least get a Discord going so we can actually get you guys grouped up in there and we can actually schedule stuff and you guys can actually give us stuff to talk about or go over. So essentially, just thank you guys for staying with us this long. I know there's like probably 7 people that have stayed with us. Just thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to get off here before I get swept away by a tornado because it sounds like it sounds bad outside. So and also, hey, Ezra, thank you. Thank you for staying here so long and dealing with autistic rants. But I hope that the Raider Rail does you good, and I hope you use it. And I'm looking forward to some videos of you using the Raider Rail because I'm gonna stick with my wrist too and my MCR and stuff like that because that's just how I am. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up and commenting and liking this video and everything. And now just I guess I'll end it here. But here we go.